So this is a tour of the machine. So this is the DS2, the Dynex DS2 machine. Firstly, you have the blue cover. The machine can run with the lid up or the lid down. There's no locking mechanism on the lid. The machine is a 2-plate machine, and it's an open system, so you can run 1 plate of Salmonella, 1 plate of Listeria. You can start 1 plate and then load a second plate later on. You don't have to start 2 plates at the same time. And the way the machine works, you have 2 plate carriers in this module here, and you have an upper and a lower plate carrier. And when you program samples, the machine will present the plate carrier it wants to use and will ask you to clip in a 96 well test plate, like so. The system is modular, and this big large black box here is one module, and inside the module, as I've said, you have the plate carriers at the front. In the middle section underneath you have the reader module, and then at the back you have the incubators for the upper and the lower plate carrier. The incubators can run from ambient through to 50 degrees, and they have a door that the machine opens and closes, obviously to allow the heat, to stop the heat from escaping out the incubator chamber. On the top of the module you have 2 positions here for your blue sample tips, which we'll look at in a little while, and you have this little position here for deep well dilution, so you can dilute the sample before it gets added to the test plate with some kind of diluent. All of our Solus assays don't use deep well dilution, they are just a straight transfer of 100 microliters from the test tube into the Dynex plate. ELISA plate, it's not a Dynex plate. You have the arm module, which moves in 3 movements: X, Y and Z. X is front to back, Y is left to right, and Z is the up and down. With the power to the machine off, the arm moves freely. Once you power the machine up, the arm won't move at all, it's locked, and you should never try and force it. You have 5 positions here for your sample strips. This is a sample strip. This is not a genuine Dynex one, this is one that we have made for heat killing your samples. And on the sample strips there are barcode positions, so positional barcodes for the rack, and you can use tubes with barcodes on as well. And the way the machine works, sample strip 1 is numbered number 1, and sample number 1 is back left, and it goes 1 to 20, 21 to 40, 41 to 60, and there's positions for 100 tubes. The maximum you can run on most ELISA plates is 93, because you have 3 controls every time you run a plate. You also have 2 reagent racks, and these are identical racks, but they are numbered 1 and 2. You can swap them over if you need to. And there's different positions on these racks. The small positions are for reagent tips. There are 4 large reagent pot positions. They're 25 ml. There are 5 smaller reagent pot positions, and these are 15 ml pots. And then you have positions at the front for your control pots, for your negative and positive control. When you program samples up, the software will ask you to load reagents in certain positions, and the software points to the rack and the position in that rack. You have your onboard barcode scanner, so you can program sample numbers in using the barcode scanner rather than typing them in. And you have your wash head, which the arm will come along and pick up to perform washes of the plate. The The washhead is an 8-way washhead, so it always washes full strips. So if when you program samples you only need half a strip, you must always fill the plate or the strip so it's full. Otherwise it's going to dispense wash buffer from your washhead into your reader module and cause problems mechanically. Underneath the machine you've got this silver drop down cover, silver tray, and behind it you have your wash buffer positions, position A and position B. It doesn't matter which position the bottles are in, they're just bottles, they're just liquid tanks. You can swap them over. Inside each one there is a level sensor, so it will detect if there is enough water to perform a wash, and it will also tell you when there isn't enough water in there. You have your tip waste tank and your liquid waste tank, and all the connectors are plugged in with these little elbow connectors, and to release them you press the silver bar and the connector just pops out. The waste tank again has a level sensor, so it will tell you when it is full. Unfortunately it is a small waste tank, it's only a 2-litre waste tank, so every time you run 2 full plates you will have to empty the waste tank. The last message the software gives you when you run a plate, it asks you to check or empty the tip waste and the fluid waste. On the side of the machine you have a clean line bottle. This is for your deionized water. When the machine performs a wash test, it will use your wash buffers from tank A or tank B to perform the wash of the plate, and when it's finished it will park the wash head and it will flush the system out with deionized water from your clean line tank. There is no level sensor on the clean line tank, but every time you program a set of samples the machine tells you to load or at least check that there is enough deionized water to perform the wash. The machine is PC operated, standalone PC. It is one machine, one PC. You cannot run multiple machines from one PC. So if you have 3 machines you have to have 3 PCs. And the software to operate the machine is called DS Matrix.